You know, if you think about this as like a piece of art, this should be commemorated. Donald Trump seems to want this to go away. He denies that it's him, but it feels like this is an important part of the story, the tableau of Donald Trump. So today we're going to donate this framed copy of Donald Trump's note to Jeffrey Epstein to Trump Tower. I'm sure there'll be a great place to hang it.
That's just one of my all-time favorites, the good liars, continuing to be a thorn in Trump's side, as they, much like congressional Democrats that you will see in a moment, get an explosive at a hearing with Kash Patel, refusing to let Trump, and more importantly, the American public, refusing to let the American public forget about Trump's ties to Jeffrey Epstein.
I mean, it could be like good right here. Like hanging right there. Does that look good? Cover the no smoking sign. Jeffrey Epstein. No. Do you think there's a good place to put this?
No, it shouldn't be anywhere.
I mean, these are the elevators that he comes down, and maybe it would look good like right over the elevator. Oh yeah, I've got this. This is the letter from Jeffrey Epstein from Donald Trump.
Don't put that.
We can't hang it anywhere.
No.
No.
You took a picture of that?
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
Okay. All right. So you guys don't want this? Okay. All right. Well, you try and do something nice for people. Thank you. May every day be another wonderful secret.
I love this gag. I love bringing evidence released by the Epstein estate themselves, implicating Donald Trump in the very elaborate and well-documented ties he has to Jeffrey Epstein, and trying to find a place for him to be proud of the gift he gave to this horrible sex offender. I'm surprised they didn't put it on the wall. It's a beautiful drawing that the president supposedly made. It's really nice, and I think it would have fit well in the golden, gaudy lobby of the Trump Tower, which now looks very similar to the Oval Office and the rest of the White House, adorned with gold stickers. Jamie Raskin slamming Patel, FBI Director Kash Patel, very hard in his opening remarks.
Just as we've learned how dangerous it is to put a science-denying anti-vaxxer in charge of our public health, we've learned how dangerous it is to name as director of the FBI a man who thinks of himself as a fairy tale knight who keeps a fire-breathing dragon named DOJ at home to forcibly drive villains out of the kingdom. But the intractable problem is that you are running the FBI not as a law enforcement agency charged with keeping the American people safe, but as a political enforcement agency working directly for the president's vengeance campaign.
Like I said before, Democrats like Rep. Jamie Raskin are hammering Donald Trump's most loyal defenders, like the goof show heading the FBI, Kash Patel, for running cover for their dear leader instead of, something that would be nice like, working towards justice and accountability for the victims of Epstein's horrific crimes. That would be nice. Let's take another look at some more of what Raskin said.
And now we're seeing one very clear reason why you want to build a political FBI, the Epstein files. You want an FBI blindly loyal to Trump and to you as his enforcer so you can continue your cover-up of a massive international sex trafficking ring with more than 1,000 victims betraying all of the survivors of the sexual violence. Before you got in this job, you called for full release of the Epstein files, telling podcaster Benny Johnson that the only reason the list was not released by DOJ and FBI was, quote, because of who's on that list. Upon your confirmation, you promised that, quote, there will be no cover-ups, no missing documents, no stone left unturned. And anyone from the prior or current bureau who undermines this will be swiftly pursued. This spring, you ordered hundreds of agents to pore over all the Epstein files, but not to look for more clues about the money network or the network of human traffickers. You pulled these agents from their regular counterterrorism or drug trafficking duties to work around the clock, some of them sleeping at their desks, to conduct a frantic search to make sure Donald Trump's name and image were flagged and redacted wherever they appeared, whether an email, a text, a letter, an interview, a photograph, or a video. In May, Attorney General Bondi reportedly told Trump that his name had indeed appeared multiple times throughout the Epstein files. And not long thereafter, in July, you and the Attorney General released a memo claiming that, quote, no further disclosure would be appropriate or warranted. In a few short months, how did you go from being a crusader for accountability and transparency for the Epstein files to being a part of the conspiracy and cover-up? The answer is simple. You said it yourself, because of who's on that list.
You see, this Epstein Files fiasco is a perfect example of why blind loyalty to a political leader, party, movement creates the conditions for the well-connected, wealthy, bad actors in this world to at the very least avoid legal accountability for as long as humanly possible, and quite likely get away with it all. Because you remember, Kash Patel was all about releasing the Epstein Files before he got his position as FBI director, and suddenly what he doesn't want to do is exactly that. Let's try a classic joke. Knock, knock. Who's there? Not the Epstein Files, apparently. Congressman Swalwell took it to the next level with some major league condescension.
Did you ever tell Donald Trump his name is in the files?
I have never spoken to President Trump about the Epstein files.
Did you ever tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files?
The Attorney General and I have had numerous discussions about the entirety of the Epstein files and the reviews conducted by our team.
Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files?
And we have released where President Trump's name is in the
It's a simple
attorney's
question.
file.
Did you tell the Attorney General that the President's name is in the Epstein files?
During many conversations that the Attorney General and I have had on the matter of Epstein, we have reviewed
The question is
painstakingly
simple.
who
Did you
can
tell
be-
the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files? Yes or no?
Why don't you try spelling it out if
Yes
you're
or
going to mock
no,
me?
Director?
Use the alphabet.
Yes or no?
No? A, B, C,
Director,
D, E, F?
it
Don't
sounds
wanna do
like you don't want to tell us. Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name was in the Epstein files?
Why don't you try serving your
Director,
constituency
did
by
you tell the
focusing on
Attorney
reducing
General
violent
that Donald
crime in this
Trump's
country and the number of pedophiles that are
Director,
legally
reclaiming my
harbored
time,
in your
Director.
sanctuary cities in
Director,
California?
reclaiming
I'll
my
work with
time.
you on that. Do
Regular
you want to
order,
work
Mr.
with us
Chairman.
on that?
Director,
Time
reclaiming my
belongs to the
time.
gentleman from California.
Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files?
Question
Yes or no?
has been asked and answered.
You've not answered it, and we will take your evasiveness as a consciousness of guilt.
And then Congresswoman Jayapal took it even one level up from that. Take a look.
You testified to Senator Kennedy that there was, quote, no credible information that Epstein trafficked girls to anyone else, and that you have, quote, continuously and publicly asked the public to come forward with more information, and we'll look into it. Today, in response to Mr. Massey's question, you appear to say that the survivors were not credible. These are survivors.
That's not at all what I said.
Okay, great. I'm going to ask you this in a second, but let me tell you
Okay,
about
well,
the
then don't lie about
survivors,
me.
and let's bring them up here into the room. These are women who came to the Hill and testified that they were groomed and raped at the age of 14 and 16 years old, and they called to meet with the president and to meet with the FBI and to have people investigate their claims. Some of them have never testified before. If you are so interested in getting the public to submit any information, why have you not met with them? You said you haven't met with them. Have you met with them? I'll give you one more chance.
My job as the FBI director is to
Is the
invite all
answer yes or
investigative
no
leads.
to whether or not you met with these women who were sexually abused and raped?
Any insinuation by you or any
What
people
is
on
the
your
an-
side that I am not manhunting child predators and sex traffickers, just look at the
Mr.
stats.
Patel,
and
are the victims of the Jeffrey Epstein horrific trafficking ring, are they credible?
any person with information about ongoing
I
sexual
didn't.
trafficking.
I'm asking you if they're credible.
Ma'am, I'm
Are they
commenting on the
credible?
evidence we have.
But
And we have routinely asked for people to come forward with more evidence, and we will look at
Mr.
it. And the evidence that we have was the same evidence that the Biden and
Patel,
Obama Justice Departments
Mr.
had.
Patel,
And they
this is
determined,
new.
not me, they determined
Mr.
that
Chairman,
information was not
Mr.
credible.
Chairman, he's not letting me even ask my questions. Are these women credible? It's a yes or no answer.
I have answered the question.
Well,
and I
what is
keep
the
telling
answer?
you, I'm the only FBI director that has welcomed new information in this
Okay.
case. This
You're not-
administration is the only one that has welcomed any new information in this
Is there
case.
a yes or no to whether
Present
the
new credible
victims are
information.
credible?
Present new
Are
information.
the victims credible
The victims-
or not?
I'll tell you what happened in the last Trump
Are they
administration.
credible or not? You can't
Victims
even say.
credibly came forward, and you know what happened? President Trump authorized the indictments
President
of Jeffrey
Trump
Epstein.
called them
Not Biden,
a hoax.
not Obama.
President Trump
no one
called
else.
the entire thing a Democratic hoax.
I mean, the dude just refuses to answer a question directly, which I understand, I suppose, when you are somebody without a backbone who is serving at the pleasure of a corrupt criminal president who will fire you instantly if you do what your morals dictate rather than what your job dictates. And so you choose job over morals, and looking in the mirror has got to be probably pretty difficult a lot of these nights. But such comes with the job when you sacrifice for your president, your dear leader, your country, for whatever it is he's doing. For Rebel HQ, I'm Ben Gleib. Follow me on Instagram, @Ben Gleib, for lots more.